Reiki with Anna. So today's video is all about self-love. This video has been requested so many times, and I think it's a really good time to do it. So I hope that you can feel the love coming your way from me. Before we begin, I just wanted to thank you so much. After my previous video, so many of you, not the one it'll be 2 ago for you. After that video came out, so many of you subscribed. I got so many new subscribers and it was really lovely, so thank you to each and every one of you. I also wanted to thank you so much for your incredible support and love over on my other channel, my plant-based living channel. I uploaded a video over there and so many of you came over and said hello and all of that. So I believe when this goes out, I'll have a new one coming out, so I can link that down below for anyone who's interested. And this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. I'll be speaking about this at the end of the video, but I absolutely love this resource. One of the things that I really appreciate about it is that you can change your counselor at any time. It's very customizable, and if you don't have health insurance, then I found this to be the most affordable counseling service without health insurance. So I'm really excited that they've agreed to partner with me. So again, more on that at the end of the video. So this video is all about you. We're just gonna take some time and create some space here to provide some gentle support and lots of space for love. Just sending beautiful, loving energy to you. So that we can move through time and space and allow that loving energy to wash over you in moments where you might be feeling down, where you might be feeling low, where you might not be able to see how magnificent, how beautiful, and how lovely and lovable you truly are. Okay. So we're gonna start by lighting some candles. for this video, I have some special things to share. It's going to be some new tools. And I hope that you like all of the little things that I've prepared with love for all of you. So I have these 2 candles. They're just white candles, and I wanted to use them to set our intention and dedicate this session today. So I'm going to light them and bring them back in, and we'll set our intention. Here are my matches. I love tapping on wooden boxes. I love box sounds, lid sounds, tapping, and some tapping and some scratching. But it has to be the right kind. I know everybody's specific about the sounds that they like, and I'm not excluded from that. Okay. Okay. Here are 2 candles, and I'd like to set an intention on behalf of your wisest, most empowered and aligned selves in loving comfort and perfect balance. For self-love, for compassion, for spreading seeds of love. Going to be placing these candles on either side of me now, and we'll just allow this beautiful purifying light to enter this space, seal our intention, and carry it through time and space to where and whenever you happen to be receiving this. I'm not sure if you can hear. The candles are making a nice little crackling sound. Okay. So place these here. I'm now going to begin doing a bit of clearing. And I'm going to start with the selenite wand as usual. And we're just going to be running this through your aura, starting at the crown and working our way down. I absolutely adore the idea of turning that into a t-shirt. the more I think about it, the more I really want to do it. So thank you so much for sharing that idea. It's so cute of you. So right now I just want to start by clearing anything that you feel might be kind of getting in the way of your ability to love yourself fully and completely as you are. That gets in the way of your ability to see how truly lovable you are. Gonna move down here. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I've got a slightly different setup here today. I just wanted to be able to move around a bit more. Just clearing particularly around the heart center. I'm actually gonna get behind your head, like so. Oop. Ever so gently, just coming behind your head, and then up and around, and then coming again behind your head, behind your back. And then coming up and around, and third time's the charm. So we're coming up and around. Beautiful. Do a bit of me as well here. Okay, now I just have some sage here, and I'm just going to be moving this through your aura. So with this, we're just further cleansing and clearing whatever isn't serving you, whatever isn't serving your most loving and loved self. Okay? Staying about a foot away from your body, I'm just moving down to the heart center. Just clearing anything in here that's not serving your most aligned, empowered, beloved, loving and lovable self. And just through the etheric field here. I'm really excited about the next video I'm going to be posting over here. I'm going to be doing a Reiki session on someone else, on my partner. So I think I'm really excited about it. I think that'll be the next one. Get confused about time when it comes to these. So we're just clearing and cleansing here. Clearing and cleansing. And now I'm going to take this spray that I made for this session. I'm really excited about this one. So as I was making it, it spilled down the bottle. So even without opening the cap or spraying it, I can smell. So nice. This one is rose. It's like a rose water I've mixed, or hydrosol maybe, I don't know. I've mixed rose essential oil with a rose water concentrate, and then I added some purified water to it. So, all about the love today. Rose is so gentle and such a loving aroma. So, I'm gonna spray around. And this bottle has a piece of green aventurine in it, which is a stone that's often associated with the heart chakra. Okay. So for this, just imagine that this beautiful, calming mist is just giving you the warmest and most comforting of hugs. It's like a beautiful blanket that's just enveloping you ever so gently in this fluffy, gorgeous, loving energy. So I'm going to spray quite a lot just over and through your aura. More than typically I would spray. And just really creating a beautiful pillow around your etheric field. And it's gonna smell so good in here. One of the reasons I was thinking about the next video I'm uploading is because with the smells like this or the sage, I love doing in-person sessions in order to have my clients and also my friends and loved ones smell and feel all of this experience it energetically and through our ears. I'm going to spray a little bit just right over your head. Not getting you wet, it's just like a very light mist. Very comforting, very relaxing, very supportive. I'm just gonna spray a little bit around just to kind of clear the energy in here as well. A little on my hands, and now down at your feet, kind of ground in this loving energy. Just another bit for good measure. Going to move through your etheric fields. Going to start by drawing some symbols just outside of your heart center. I'm going to start here at the crown. And move down. Moving down across your chest and down your arms. Okay. Alright, now down through the heart center. I'm actually going to reach around you and move through on the back side as well. Just kind of like the middle of your back and around your heart center here. Okay. Solar plexus. Sacral. And root using the hips. Okay. Great. Okay. I would like to use some stones now to place them and also to run them through your etheric field ever so gently, inviting beautiful, loving energy to just wash over you. So let's take a few deep rejuvenating breaths. Okay. I have my little bag for my crystals. All my crystals, I keep them in like a really large, it's like a drawer that I've flipped upside down, and there are little sections for all my crystals, and I have them hanging on my wall. It's like an old, like a vintage drawer that I found at a flea market. But I use this for traveling with any crystals that I might be using. And, other things like incense or sprays, candles, other things that I might use in a session. Okay. To start with, I'd like to place this piece of red calcite down by your feet so that energy can just kind of bubble upward and help support us and ground us, center us in this loving energy. Okay? I'm going to place this and I'll be right back. Okay. So now that we have this grounded energy bubbling up, I'm going to place a few stones, starting at the crown. Okay? So the first stone that I would like to place up here is this piece of amethyst. So I love this stone. It's so great for Reiki sessions because it's got a great little spot for my hand. It's almost like made for my hand. So we're going to bring this energy in the crown placing it at the crown and really opening up and activating the crown chakra, inviting love, trust, and acceptance into that space. So ever so gently, just placing it right at the very top of your head. Okay? Great. So, not all of the stones that I'm going to be using today for each of the chakras are necessarily associated with those chakras. But I've said before that I think all aspects of this practice should be made personal for you. And I think it's all very customizable. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I wanted to invite loving energy into all the chakras. So some of them are typically associated with the chakras, but some of them aren't. And this piece of green garnierite, green moonstone, is typically associated with the heart chakra, but I'm going to be placing it ever so gently on your third eye. Okay? So, just there. I love how smooth it is. It's such a smooth, healing stone. Now I'm going to place this very gentle blue lace agate just at your throat chakra. So it sits very gently, it's very cool, and it sits very gently right there. It's very soothing energy. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to be placing this piece of rhodonite. I love this stone for self-love. I think it's a beautiful self-love stone. It's also very grounded. I feel like it's an incredibly optimistic stone. It's sort of like the darkness is there. We're not ignoring the darkness. The darkness is there. But we are shining our light, shining our bright light of love through that darkness. We can learn from the darkness, and we can shine our light through it. So ever so gently, I'm just going to be placing this at your heart center. Perfect respect for your comfort and boundaries. Okay, I love that stone. I don't know if you can tell, I got some goosebumps. It's a beautiful healing stone. So this next stone is the Essen Sunstone. It's a great stone for independence and confidence, for leadership. It's also a really, really happy stone, really joyful. This stone always reminds me of my mom. I use it in little rituals whenever I'm, engaging in some spiritual stuff in my personal practice. I love it. It's a great stone. So I'm going to be placing this on your solar plexus. Great. And I'm going to be placing this piece of petrified wood on your sacral So a few fingers beneath your belly button. We're just going to be placing this ever so gently just to bring grounded wisdom, comfort in uncomfortable emotions. It's a beautiful aspect of the sacral is moving through emotions. We are not our emotions. Our emotions are these waves that come and go, and we can react and respond, or we can observe and witness and see what they're trying to teach us about our unique and beautiful, interesting selves. But we're just sending love for all of our emotions, our entire emotional being, all of our emotional self. Love and acceptance. Okay, just placing that on the sacral. Okay. So I'm just going to do a bit of spraying, and then I'm going to run some crystals through your etheric field. Okay. It smells so good. Now, I'm going to be using a few little clear quartz points, and I'm going to run them through your etheric fields. These were given to me by Jillian Rhoodonite, and I love them. They're really interesting crystals, clear quartz. The shape is really interesting. It has little kind of scars running through it. And these are empathetic warrior clear quartz points, and they are great for activation and for just amplifying all of these energies. So we're going to run them through, particularly the stones that we just placed. So again, starting at the crown. Okay. Move down your shoulders, and down your arms, and around your hands, and then back up and down. Now we're going to focus on the heart center here. Okay, now I'm going to be placing these, one in your dominant hand and the other in your receptive hand. And in your dominant hand, I will place it going out, and in your receptive hand, I will face it towards you, going inward. So we're creating a beautiful flow in this energy. I did this recently in a session, and I thought it was it's a beautiful way to kind of clear and cleanse that energy and just move it through. So if you're watching, sending you a lot of love. Okay, here we go. So in through that receptive hand and then out through that dominant hand. Okay. And now I'm going to pull out a stone that I used in one other video, only one other video. This is the Zoolite? Zoolite? Is that right? I don't know why I was struggling so much with that. Self-love. The zeolite. So it's it's sort of like a pink color. You can't really see it, I don't think, on here, but it's a really light peachy pink color, and it's very gentle. It has such intricacies, and it's one of my all-time favorite crystals that I own. It's one of the biggest crystals I own, and it's very soothing and peaceful, and I find it to really encourage love. So I'm going to move this through your aura here. Just really focusing on the heart center here now. Creating a really nice flow. And now I have this piece of green calcite, another larger stone. I love this stone for heart energy, healing energy, gentleness, bringing stability to our emotional beings, and really just inviting in this soothing, loving, and healing vibe. So we're gonna just do the same, work our way through. Drawing some symbols at your heart center here. And just really inviting in this beautiful, healthy flow. Going down to your feet now. To now write the symbols in the palms of my hands, and then we are going to go through and do a bit of hands-on healing. With all the love in the world, all the gentleness and all the love in the world coming your way. Love of others, care and kindness, that all comes from love of self. If you cannot extend the love to yourself, how can you have any love to send outward to others. Okay, so I'm going to start at the crown. One more little spritz. Not touching you here, just very gently. No, the heart center here, okay? Okay. Okay. Now, beautiful. The energy's feeling really, really good. I hope you can feel the love that I'm sending your way. And now I'm going to just share some things, thoughts, ideas, symbols. Spray a bit on either side here. Down at the feet. It was like a sputter. So was that. Better. Okay. Okay. The first thing that I wanted to show you or share with you is this little fella here. But you're wondering what fella I might be talking about. But it's this little pink polka dot plant. I'll put the official name somewhere around here. Just making sure she's in the shot. But I wanted to just use her as kind of a symbol, which is what she's sort of become for me. And also because I think that acts of love, small acts of care and love and nurturing, I think those all invite a great deal of care and love and nurturing for ourselves. I was speaking with one of you recently, and you said that gardening and baking and things were different aspects that kind of brought you back to yourself. And I thought that was so beautiful, and it's such a great reminder that if we just do these little acts of gentleness, little acts of love and kindness, those really are these little seeds that we're planting. And the story I'd like to share about this little beautiful little pink polka dot plant. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, I had her, and she was very small, and she's still quite small, but I really apologize. I'm just making sure you can see her. For looking in here, I mean. But I had her, and when I first got her, I read some sort of confusing plant care tips there was a lot of discrepancy. Keep her near the sun, the window, and lots of indirect light, or keep her away from the window, blah, blah, blah. So I was a bit confused about how to take care of her. And eventually she kind of died off and just became this little twig. I don't know if you can see it. This kind of, sorry baby, this little twig. Just this was the only thing left. And so I thought, oh, okay, well, she was unhappy and I felt horrible that I had killed her. And so I left her outside, and it was just because I was going to figure out what to put in that pot, and I just left her outside. And when I left her outside, it happened to rain for a few days after that. And when I went and decided what I was going to put in that pot, I noticed that she had a little, like one tiny little pink leaf coming out. And her foliage had turned very dull, faded green color. And this was a bright pink like this. So I got really excited and I put her in a smaller pot, this one here. I gave her lots of love. I spoke to her. Gave her lots of love. And she's just been thriving. She went from absolutely nothing, literally just this kind of mangled little twig, to these two stems that have come out on either side, and now she's just really flourishing. I have her right up against a little window above my sink in my kitchen. It gets a lot of really beautiful indirect light, and I pay her a lot of attention. I think it's a beautiful reminder for me that everybody requires different care. Everybody requires different kinds of love. Everybody's, love language is different, whether you have read that book or not. Love languages of all kinds are just different. It's very specific to each individual. So if we can learn what we need and what we need to flourish and thrive, I just think this is a beautiful kind of reminder of that. And I also am a firm believer that plants have a beautiful healing energy, and that if we can surround ourselves with that beautiful energy, I think we're a lot more likely to be able to spread beautiful, healthy energy as well. So that's just some food for thought that I wanted to share with you. And she's a beautiful pink color, so I thought that would be nice for this video as well. If you have any plants that, I almost don't want to put her down. But if you have any plants that you love or that you have had a similar experience with, I've had a few little things like that. But that one in particular was a very specific case where I was responsible for her not doing well, and then I learned a lot from watching that process. This might be super boring for a lot of you, but I just wanted to share that. But if you have any plants that have a similar story, or if you believe in that kind of energy, the healing energy of plants, I'd love to hear down in the comments. And then my other thought is just to have a little notebook that's kind of dedicated to like a self-love journal. I think things like this, while they may seem kind of cheesy to some people, I think they can be really, really effective and very helpful when it comes to just reminding ourselves of our value. There are a lot of messages from a number of different outside sources that can make us feel bad about ourselves, that can make us feel less than, that can make us feel like we're not enough. And I just want you to know that you are enough, and you are so beautiful and wonderful and lovable just as you are. So you could write little notes to yourself. I think it's helpful that, when you are feeling really kind of good and you're in a really good mood, and you're feeling strong and, healthy, and that it's easy to tap into self-love. I think those are really wonderful times to sit down and dedicate a little bit of time to your future self, to yourself, and to really just let yourself know that you're doing a great job, whatever you think might be helpful. So that's just an idea. Like, this is a really pretty one. This was a gift that I got 15 years ago. And you can also leave yourself a little voice memo or a little voice message if that's easier and quicker for you. I do that sometimes, but more specifically for procrastination stuff, like inspiration and more worky kind of stuff. So the last thing that I'd like to do for this video is just take this rose quartz point. I didn't think I could do a self-love video without including some rose quartz. And I'm just gonna run it through your etheric field. Okay? So we're gonna start at the crown and work our way down. This is a raw piece of rose quartz. It was among the first crystals that I ever received. And so it's an older crystal. But I love this stone because I feel like it's very intense. Most rose quartz stones feel very, to me, feel like a subtle, lovely energy. And I feel like this raw piece has it's very vibrant, and I just find it to be a really powerful love stone. So with this stone in particular, I'd love to invite in just this beautiful, powerful acceptance of self. And I know that can be intense for some people, but just imagine how beautiful life could be if we just accepted that we are okay, that we are lovable, that we are loved, that we are good. Okay, I'm just moving through here now. I'm going to move down through the roots and down the legs, down to the feet here. Okay, beautiful. We're gonna do one last little cleansing with our selenite wand, and then we'll be all set. Okay, now we're just going to do our closing affirmations and we'll be all set to go. Starting at the crown here. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are loving. You are the beloved. You are strong. You are emotionally available, and you are creative. Now the root. You are safe. You are safe. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you all a big, big hug. And I'm sending you so much love. I truly hope you can feel it. All right. Until next time. Be well. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/Reiki with Anna or use the link in the description box to get started and receive 10% off your first month. BetterHelp has licensed therapists who are certified by their state's board to provide therapy and counseling. You will then be asked a series of questions to help connect you with a counselor that's just right for you. It's accessible worldwide by using your computer, tablet, or mobile phone, basically whatever you're watching this video on, through video calls, phone calls, or even text messaging. BetterHelp also has group sessions every single week where members can learn in groups directly from licensed counselors. They cover all sorts of topics from relationships to ways to overcome anxiety. Based on your amazing comments, I know many of you struggle with issues like these. It's $65 a week, and financial aid is available as well for those who qualify. You can apply for that during your sign-up process. You will then be asked to specify what kind of counselor you would feel most comfortable with, and you write in all your current issues. Within 24 hours, you will be matched up with a counselor that fits your needs. I'm so excited and grateful to have partnered with BetterHelp. They're an amazing resource, especially at a time like this, for all your mental health needs. If you do check them out, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. If you are in a personal crisis, I have also included a link below to a mental health crisis center.